When you rob banks in Payday, there are two main ways to go about it: stealth and loud. Loud in this game is actually pretty hard, especially on higher difficulties. This is even more of a problem when you're a lower level with less guns, less skill points, and less variety, less options. So let's try stealth. Well, stealth is not that easy in this game either. Now, they've made plenty of improvements to it, but again, on higher difficulties, the lead guards, you have a small radio limit. You are asked to mask up and walk around lots of civilians in this game. And it can be really difficult, especially if you're not set up well for it. What if I told you you could not kill a single person, kill the entire mission without a throwable, equipment, without putting a mask on? You don't have to draw a weapon, and you can escape with every single dollar in the biggest bank. Well, that's what we're here to do today. So this isn't the only mission you can do this on, but Golden Shark, in my opinion, is the easiest and most worth your time, money, XP for anybody to stealth. Anyone can do this, right? You can see my loadout here. The only things that I would do, right, the weapons don't matter. Throwables, equipment, like I said, we can't use any of it. So armor, I would put it on the lowest possible. You're not planning on taking damage. Let's get the movement speed. It might save you from getting detected at some point. The other thing that I would maybe touch is the gadget. Now, I don't think the ECM is that good in this game, and we're not going to be going loud, so you don't need the explosive. I would recommend using the motion sensor. It's what I'm going to use, but if you like the micro cam, it basically does the same thing, honestly. So either of them work out. So the last and most important thing, in my opinion, is actually the skills. Now, there's not that many skills in this game that are for unmasked. So we're gonna really go for hacker. That's the one where we can disable the cams, we can hack a radio. This is the tree I would focus on if you don't have that many points. Now, I have a few extra, so we move some to grifter, infiltrator, for extra rush, quicker lockpicking, just quality of life. But in the end, it won't make that big of a difference. So like I said, just focus on the hacker skills. So let's just hop into the mission. Golden Shark is just a bank heist. If you played Payday 2, you probably think steal money, get the server in this case, and leave. It's pretty simple, and it is. I'm gonna play this on normal because I think it's way easier. I don't think the money, extra resets, extra guards, the cameras, it's not worth it on overkill for me. But the method will work on every difficulty. So you can do this stealth, no mask, regardless. I just think it's the easiest on normal. What you're gonna wanna do is find a QR code. You need 2 of them, but they're in a lot of spots. You can find them just in the open, you find them in the supply room, in the bathrooms. Just find 2. My go-to is the supply room. I've always found one in there. So we're gonna grab that, and then we're gonna go to human resources. This is what we need the QR code for. You're just gonna wait for the guard to pass, and then open the door, head to the left. There's usually 2 cameras in here, so like I said, get the hacker skills, hack them if necessary. If not, you're just gonna go in there and scan the computer to find who has our red key card. That's how we're gonna get to the 2nd floor. It is worth noting that if you restart in game, right, if you don't back out of your current lobby and you just vote restart, the key card and the cameras, the boxes later on, the guards, none of it changes. So if you look at the computer screen, you're gonna find the title of who has the key card, and we're just gonna go find him. In this case, we got the assistant. He's in the corner on the other side of the HR room. It's just the opposite way. This one kind of sucks in my opinion because the guy is always in here, and since we don't have masks on, there's no way to take him down. We can't get him down. We can't lure him anywhere. So we're just gonna have to be fast. Or you could try to do it and be unlucky and stupid. Have the key card be in the very bottom, last drawer you pull, get caught, get handcuffed, and have to restart. That sucks. That's what I had to do. But it did mean I could just go right back here and start checking again. So he's got a little movement path. He'll talk on the phone. He'll come back to his desk for a second, just sneak through all of his stuff, grab the key card, and be on your merry way. And now we can go onto the second floor, where we're gonna need to find the server room. It will be, once you walk up the staircase, on the back wall on either the left or the right. There will be a camera in front of it and a guard path going towards it, and they'll stop kind of by it. So just wait, maybe hack the camera if you need to. I always shut the door inside the server room because it says they can come in there and see it. It's never happened to me though. Just remember that you will always have to go find a second computer to hack to finish the server room hack. And when you're upstairs, you're in a private area. It's important to know, in a private area, you will just get escorted out. You do not have to run away. Don't get the cops called on you. Don't get arrested. Just go with it, and you can just go right back up behind them. Okay, so now that we've done that, we've got the codes. We're gonna open the vault. Trust that you guys know how to figure out between 4 codes. You can look at the numbers, but get inside the vault, and there will be a camera in there. On higher difficulties, there will be a guard upstairs. He will hear you sprinting because you're in a secure area, so be very careful of that. So all you really need to do right now is disconnect the box, and this will show you the color that you're gonna need for flipping switches. So you're just gonna check the color on the cable monitor and go flip the switches accordingly all 4 times. Go back, check the color, it'll change each time, and just rinse and repeat. So the very last thing we have to do before our big payday is get into the manager's office. Now, I actually cut it out earlier, but I was pretty slick and I swiped the blue key card off of the manager upstairs when he was turning. So the manager always has a suit on. He will always be upstairs, and he does like a little route around the middle edge, like balcony. And eventually he'll stop and kind of look over. I think that's probably the best opportunity to grab the key card from him. And from then, it's smooth sailing, boys. Just go to the office, hit the hack on it, and you're gonna have to run back to the vault. There will be a timer that pops up, and it seems like you don't have that much time. You really do. It's more than enough for you to be the person to hack the computer and then walk all the way back to the vault and stealth behind the camera and still hit it. You have enough time as long as you just do it immediately. That's it. Now you're in. Now it's looting time. Things I would note now that you're in is it is still a secure area. So again, if there's a guard above you, don't sprint inside of the vault, and make sure to get the server. Now you can leave the mission with a certain amount of money bags, but you always have to have the server. So that's one thing I like to make sure. Even if things go south, you can get the server out and get a couple bags of money and still escape. Now I'm sure plenty of you guys have the asset to unlock the elevator in this mission, and that makes this way faster. You just walk over here, throw all of your loot down, jump down, open the top of the elevator, and you're right next to the getaway. It's way easier, but I didn't have the asset, so we're just gonna go down the stairs. And this is partly why it's so nice to do this without a mask on, because we don't have our weapons drawn or anything. Civilians do not care. Even with money and a server on our back, they will not call the cops. They won't get suspicious. So the only thing you need to worry about is the 2 guards down here, and that's where I end up using motion sensors. I put them in spots where I can track where the guards are going to be at, so that I know they're not in a position they can see me on our extraction. So now we're going to go through the staircase to the garage. There are multiple ways to the garage, I believe, but this is the way I would take. Like I said, since civilians don't detect you, then this staircase, no guards walk up it, they won't get suspicious of your bags. Unless you're stupid and you get caught down here. So the craziest thing happens to me right here. I get caught with the money on my back still. As you can see, we're going up the staircase, and literally all of the money in the bank is in bags on this staircase. And the guard just walks by it, escorts me out, and just simply does not care. So we're just gonna walk right back down behind him, act like nothing happened, put all the rest of the bags in the van, and get out of here. This is the worst part, however, in my opinion, because it's really boring to move all of the bags by yourself. You can kind of tell, like other things in Payday, this is not really a solo friendly experience. It's way better with friends doing this. But that's all. We didn't shoot, we didn't use a throwable, we didn't use equipment. I think this might be the easiest mission for people new to stealth to get into. I mean, it's not that hard. You get to get a basic of all of the mechanics, and you still get the reward at the end of it. So I would definitely recommend trying it at least once, just like I would recommend you subscribing to me at least once if you've been enjoying Payday 3, if you want more content, or you just like my voice. I would really appreciate it. We've been doing really good and getting a lot more views, everybody. I appreciate everything, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching.